Welcome to In Solidum Lawyers channel, where law meets innovation. Today we will talk about DeFi and its impact on traditional banking regulation. Let's get started. Decentralized finance, known as DeFi, represents a disruptive innovation in the financial sector, promising to democratize access to capital and financial services. Using blockchain technology, DeFi eliminates intermediaries, offering an open and transparent platform where anyone can participate. However, this new paradigm of financial autonomy challenges the traditional regulatory framework in Ecuador, a country where banking and finance have operated under strict centralized regulations. In our analysis, we will address how DeFi could influence current financial regulation and what steps the government could take to effectively and safely integrate these emerging technologies. The main challenge that DeFi poses for Ecuadorian regulators lies in its decentralized core and the absence of a controlling entity. This raises questions about effective oversight, fraud prevention, and consumer protection, crucial aspects of the current regulatory framework. We will discuss the possible ways in which Ecuador can adapt its legislation to cover DeFi operations, while ensuring the stability of the financial system and investor protection. Also, we will explore how DeFi can coexist with traditional banks, which are deeply rooted in the country's economic infrastructure. This coexistence requires a clear understanding of blockchain technology and an open dialogue between technological innovators, financial institutions, and government entities. We will analyze how a collaborative approach can lead to the creation of a regulatory environment that fosters innovation and fair competition. Finally, we will focus on the proactive measures that could be taken to educate both consumers and financial institutions about the benefits and risks of DeFi. The importance of digital and financial literacy becomes increasingly critical in a world where technology is advancing by leaps and bounds. Through this video, we invite our viewers to delve into discussion about the future of money and finance in Ecuador and how DeFi is forging a new path towards inclusion and financial efficiency. Decentralized finances, commonly known as DeFi, are financial systems that operate on a blockchain infrastructure, allowing them to function without the need for traditional intermediaries such as banks or brokers. Unlike traditional banking, which relies on centralized institutions to facilitate transactions and store records, DeFi uses smart contracts on public blockchains to automate processes and maintain a transparent and immutable record of all transactions. This decentralized approach promises greater efficiency, lower costs, and improved accessibility for users, as DeFi are available to anyone with internet access, without the typical entry barriers imposed by conventional banking. The main difference between DeFi and traditional banking lies in the autonomy of operations. While in traditional banking, transactions go through and are validated by a central entity, in DeFi, validation is collectively carried out through the blockchain network. This not only speeds up transactions by eliminating bank processing time, but also significantly reduces the chances of human error and fraud, as each transaction is verified by multiple nodes in the network. In addition, the open nature of DeFi implies that all transaction records are public, providing a level of transparency and centralized banking systems cannot match. A critical aspect that distinguishes DeFi is the financial sovereignty it provides to users. In traditional banking, users hand over control of their assets to institutions, trusting them to manage and protect their money. With DeFi, users maintain total control over their digital assets, allowing them to interact directly with financial services without the need for third parties. This fosters a new paradigm of self-custody in the financial world, shifting risk and responsibility to the individual user, who must now secure their own assets against loss or theft. Finally, while traditional banking is heavily regulated and subject to a complex network of laws and financial regulations, DeFi exists in a greater space of regulation. This presents both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, there is unprecedented potential for innovation and growth in a less restricted sector. On the other hand, the lack of clear regulation raises issues of security, stability, and consumer protection that have yet to be addressed by lawmakers, especially in Ecuador, where the legal framework is evolving to adapt to these new financial technologies. In the Ecuadorian context, the realm of decentralized finances DeFi is in a moment of legislative transition and definition. Although the country has begun to recognize the importance of crypto assets and explore their regulation, DeFi poses regulatory challenges that exceed the traditional frameworks of cryptocurrencies. Currently, Ecuadorian legislation specifically addresses DeFi operations such as the fintech law, although it is not sufficient to cover all the possibilities and opportunities of this sector, creating an environment of uncertainty for both operators of these platforms and users. The lack of a specific regulation does not mean that DeFi activities are prohibited. However, there are also no clear legal guarantees or protections for those who participate in them. The Ecuadorian government, aware of the rapid development of these technologies, is assessing how DeFi can be integrated within the existing financial system without compromising security, stability, and public trust. Authorities are considering how the decentralized nature of DeFi can coexist with laws governing centralized financial entities. In addition, they are studying the risks and benefits associated with these platforms, such as the possibility of tax evasion and money laundering, as well as the promotion of financial inclusion. From a legal perspective, DeFi challenges the application of many traditional financial laws due to their decentralized and anonymous structure. For example, while financial institutions are subject to know your customer and anti-money laundering requirements, DeFi platforms operate outside these regulations, complicating the tracking and regulation of transactions. This suggests the need to develop a new set of laws and regulations that can address the unique features of DeFi while protecting consumer interests and integrity of the financial system. Dialogue between regulators, lawmakers, technology experts, and the financial community is essential to develop a legal framework that fosters innovation while mitigating the inherent risks of DeFi. In Ecuador, this dialogue is ongoing and clear guidelines are expected in the near future. Meanwhile, participants in the DeFi market should proceed with caution and be prepared to adapt to an evolving legal environment. At In Solidum Lawyers, we are at the forefront of these developments, offering expert advice to navigate the complex and dynamic landscape of DeFi under Ecuadorian legislation. DeFi represent a disruption in the realm of financial regulation due to their operational autonomy and decentralized structure. This technological revolution challenges the foundations of traditional financial supervision, requiring regulators to adopt an innovative and adaptable approach. By operating outside the boundaries of conventional financial institutions, DeFi evade regulations designed for centralized entities, posing a significant dilemma for authorities: how to exercise oversight without a central entity to regulate or guarantee transactions. For Ecuador, this challenge translates into the need to deeply understand blockchain technology and the operational principles of DeFi to develop an effective regulatory framework. Regulations must balance innovation and consumer protection, ensuring that DeFi do not become a vehicle for illicit activities like money laundering and terrorism financing, while fostering their potential to bring efficiency and accessibility to the financial system. The challenge also lies in designing policies that foster transparency and accountability without stifling innovation. DeFi can offer more inclusive and efficient financial solutions, but without proper regulation, they can also increase systemic risks and market volatility. Ecuadorian regulators must consider how existing laws, such as those related to digital financial services and consumer protection, can be adapted for expanded to encompass DeFi operations. Finally, international collaboration is essential, given that DeFi operate on a global stage and their decentralized nature transcends national borders. Regulatory effort must be globally coordinated to avoid loopholes that can be exploited. In this context, the lawyers and advisors and In Solidum lawyers are dedicated to providing our clients with the most up-to-date guidance on how DeFi affect financial regulation and how they can prepare for upcoming changes in Ecuador's legal and regulatory environment and beyond. The coexistence of DeFi and regulated banks is a complex issue that requires a balanced and strategic approach. To achieve this, it is essential to establish a regulatory framework that not only recognizes the existence and uniqueness of DeFi but also establishes clear rules for their operation. This framework should be designed in a way that allows synergies between DeFi and the traditional banking system, leveraging the strengths of both to improve the financial sector as a whole. From the perspective of Ecuador, the challenge lies in developing regulations that integrate DeFi into the existing financial system without compromising the principles of banking safety and soundness. This could be achieved through ongoing dialogue between regulators, traditional financial institutions, and participants in the DeFi ecosystem. Collaboration is key to developing a common understanding of how DeFi can complement traditional banking services, for example, in areas such as financial inclusion, transaction efficiency, and innovation in financial products. Another important aspect is the development of interoperability standards that facilitate the integration of DeFi with conventional banking systems. This involves creating technological and operational protocols that allow seamless and secure interaction between different platforms and financial services. Such interoperability could open new avenues for innovative financial services, benefiting consumers and business alike. Lastly, addressing concerns about risks and consumer protection is essential. A robust regulatory framework for DeFi should include adequate safeguards to protect users and maintain the stability of the financial system. This involves cybersecurity measures, dispute resolution mechanisms, and protections against fraud and market manipulation. And In Solidum lawyers, we are committed to guiding our clients through this changing landscape, helping them understand how DeFi can be safely and effectively integrated into the broader financial ecosystem. To effectively adapt to the change represented by DeFi, Ecuador needs to take concrete steps towards the development of a comprehensive legal framework. This framework must be flexible enough to understand the dynamic nature of blockchain technology and DeFi, while ensuring consumer protection and the integrity of the financial market. The first step is education and training in blockchain technology and DeFi for regulators and lawmakers. Deeply understanding how these technologies work is crucial for creating laws and regulations that are effective and relevant. This education should extend to all relevant sectors, including financial institutions, technology companies, and the general public, to foster a well-informed ecosystem prepared for these advancements. Secondly, it is fundamental to create and reform the regulatory environment that encourages innovation and the development of DeFi. This could include the implementation of regulatory sandboxes where new technologies can be tested in a controlled environment, allowing regulators to better understand their implications before implementing large-scale regulations. These testing environments can also be platforms for collaboration between the private sector and regulators, facilitating constructive dialogue and knowledge exchange. In addition, consumer protection must be a priority. This involves ensuring that DeFi users have access to a clear and accurate information about the products and services offered, including their risks. Consumer protection policies must be adapted to address the particularities of DeFi-based products and services, ensuring that consumers are adequately informed and protected against fraud and malpractices. Finally, Ecuador should seek international cooperation and learn from the best practices of other countries that have advanced in the regulation of DeFi. This will not only help create a more robust and effective legal framework, but could also position the country as a leader in the adoption and regulation of these technologies in the region. At In Solidum Lawyers, we are dedicated to keeping up with these global developments and advising our clients on how to navigate successfully in this new and exciting era of financial law. In conclusion, the rise of decentralized finance DeFi is marking a turning point in the financial sector, posing significant challenges for traditional banking regulation. At In Solidum Lawyers, we are at the forefront of these advancements, meticulously analyzing how these innovations can be integrated within the existing legal framework and how they might influence future legislation in Ecuador and globally. Our commitment is to stay updated with these developments and provide our clients with expert advice in the dynamic world of DeFi. We understand the importance of adapting to new realities in the financial market and are dedicated to guiding our clients through this constantly changing landscape, ensuring they seize the opportunities offered by these emerging technologies while minimizing the risks. We sincerely appreciate your interest in our analysis of DeFi and its impact on banking regulation. If you find this topic informative and relevant, we invite you to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more content of this kind, and share your opinions and questions in the comment section. Your interaction is invaluable to us and help us continue to provide high-quality legal analysis. At In Solidum Lawyers, we remain committed to legal excellence and innovation. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in our future videos. Until next time, stay connected with us for more legal insights on current trends in the world of law and technology.